Welcome back to another episode of a very basic space program. In this episode, we're going to start off with a launch. We're going to launch this Javelin 75 all the way up to the moon, and it's carrying a new lander for us that we're going to try out. We're going to see how it goes. It's very different to what we've used before, but there's some other stuff to do. We've got to go to Mars. We've got Venus to check out. We might have some fixed wheels. So I'm going to get this into orbit, and please join me. So now that we've got past the usual Javelin 75 first stage noisy section, you can see we're using ascent guidance for this. I got an interesting question as to about why I am now using ascent guidance. The main reason is I've launched so many missions with each of our launch vehicles that it doesn't matter anymore. We basically got it on autopilot for the launches. The Javelin 75 we've been using, I don't know, for like probably about 50 to 70 episodes now. It's the sort of workhorse of the program. It was the craft that took us to the moon. It was the craft that landed us on the moon. It's the craft that brought us back from the moon. But anyway, yeah. So you can see we've gone to use the Old Faithful, and let's tell you what, we're gonna focus the camera at aim camera up here. So this is the craft we're looking at. Okay. It's our nice little lander. You will see it's got an range of engines there that do stuff and things. We have got, so we just need to check those. Yeah, they are pressurized. We've got solar panels on the top there, provide electricity when we're landed and stuff. Got docking ports. We don't have a docking port on the bottom, which I was tempted to add on, but it's just a bit of extra weight. The whole thing here has a delta V of about 4.5 kilometers, which is beautiful for us. We should have enough on this stage to actually take it to the station, dock it and everything, which was nice. Once it's at the station, we're going to run some trials with it. I don't think we're going to put crew on it. I think we're going to robotically land it. It should be able to land itself. It's got avionics to control itself, so it should be okay. It looks small, but it's actually quite capable. We have in the center here a crew carrier, which is able to hold, I think, 4. And then we've got a little tiny crew pods on the side there, hidden away inside the structure there, that will hold another 2 each. So I think we've got capacity for 8 on this thing. So if we wanted to, we could send 8 down. Primarily, this is so that if we have a mission to send 8 crew anywhere, we can send them on it. I did also wonder whether if we stripped the legs off it and kept these sort of things, we could use it as a crew transport in system, as it were, but I'll have to have a think about that. It might be, if we had multiple stations in orbit, it might be a nice little crew transport, because these things pretty much can fire over and over. I think they've got unlimited ignitions. I hope they do. No, they've got 50. They've got 50 ignitions, so we could use it quite a few times. It's got RCS on board. I don't know if I've put any small thrusters on it, thinking about it. But then, to be fair, we can use RCS as best we need. And we're in orbit. How exciting. 300 meters per second spare. All sorted. We can dump that stage, I think, quite simply. In fact, as soon as it's done its saving, because of course the save file for this is now, I've trimmed it down, but even so it's excessive. Now here we have an interesting situation. We are actually going to be pretty close when we come to do our stuff and things, aren't we? That's interesting. That might be too close. Right. I'm going to come in there. It's 3,134. We should have enough to capture, get us nearby. We may have to use some of the fuel on board to do final maneuvers and stuff, but yeah, if we need to, we need to. It puts us on station. And what I would like to do is start using the station as the site that we actually drop down onto the planet from. It is actually what I'm thinking. I think it'd be a nice little system for us to do. In reality, it becomes more consistent. Then it means we've got safety points, because when we were doing full craft all the way there and not stopping, if something goes wrong with the craft, we have a problem. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to just maneuver planner, get that up. I'm going to get the maneuver planner to do this for us. The node is soon, so we're going to execute next node, turn the old RCS on. It's going to position itself for us, is it? Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a burn. It's developed one of those bits of rotation that we really don't like, and I probably should have. One of the things I've noticed, we get a lot of craft that have odd rotation, and I don't like it. So yeah, we need to be aware of that. I'm hoping this thing will actually sort itself out. We have, now this is different, it's different stage. So we have RL10s on this stage, which is something we've not really used for transfers and stuff before. We've normally used the LR or whatever it is that we've been using a lot of, but we've got 5 of those. They do give us more ignitions, if I'm right. Yeah, they give us 10 ignitions, which I thought might be more useful given what this craft has to do. So we'll see how it goes. It is slowly drifting towards where it's supposed to be. It's got 50 seconds to get there. And saying that, burn time is 7 minutes, nodes in 5 minutes. I think the node calculation may be a bit off. Just a thought, just a tiny thought. Unless we're front weighting it, which we might actually, because it's very low thrust to weight this. So maybe it is, I don't know. But what we are going to do is we're going to physical time warp it, because stuff and things take time, and we are in the YouTube world. I do like the fact you can see that second stage engines, and it looks really, I like that. I've always liked that about it. I think it just looks cool. I do think we're going to have to replace the Javelin 75, if nothing else because of how noisy its actual engines are, because they do my head in. So we may end up in a situation where we replace it. But it's served as well. It's had a good time. Are our engines going to actually do anything? Be nice if they straightened the craft up at something. The engines are not settled at the moment, and we're now 30 seconds into when supposedly we should be starting our burn. This is a little bit. There we go. Oh, there we go. Fire the engines. Woohoo! Yay! All 5 of them off the go with a huge amount of thrust, which is, what is it? It's 0.5. Yeah, it's a long burn. So I shall leave this little craft doing its stuff and things, and I shall see you in probably 9 minutes. Well, 7 minutes. Right, we're about 30 seconds away from the engines being cut off. You can see I've put the solar panels out even though we're under thrust, just so I remembered to do it. We haven't put the landing legs down because that would be silly. I've also, at the bottom here, we've got some little nitrogen tank things. I've actually disabled those, and I've just realised, thinking about it, technically, oh, those are helium, that's alright. Because I know there's different pressurants you can use for different things, so I need to remember that. Right, this is going to thrust along, and hopefully it's going to be reasonably accurate. There we go. So, bought that. Put us on prograde. Right, let's have a look. How are we doing? Have we overburnt or underburnt? I think we've probably overburnt. Let's see, we're coming in, we're going to there. So if I do a bit of that, there we go. Use a little bit of the old RCS to pull it round. Come on, get me on prograde, please. That's interesting. Put me onto pro. It's just taking its time. Okay. It knows it's going to get there at some point. Right. So we're just going to turn this around, and we're going to see how we do. There's the station there. Look, isn't that nice? Station there, 100-kilometer orbit. Absolutely love it. Yeah. Is it 100? I think it is a 100-kilometer orbit, isn't it? Yeah, it's about 100 kilometers. So yeah, it's a little high for actually landing from, but we'll get it a go. We'll get it a go. Right, let's have a look. We're gonna try and put this nice and low. We're gonna put it at 100. Is what we're actually gonna try and do. Put it at 100, and then we'll put it near 100 and roll it in. Right, here we go. Right, we'll put it. Ooh, let's have a look. About there, because I think it will migrate. I think it's going to migrate no matter what we do. Okay, I think that's good. We're going to turn the RCS off. Have a look at the craft. Let's have a look what it's doing for power and so forth. So we're looking at the top there. LOSO. It has 2 days of power without getting any electric from the solar panels. That's cool. Right, I'm going to get this thing to the moon. Then we shall try and get it docked. Alright, we have just got into the sphere of influence of the moon, and we have had so much science coming in. I was actually going to stop and show you, but since we launched this mission, we've got over 330 science. So that's in the space of 4 days. 330 science over 4 days. That's like, what's that, 75 science a day or something we're at the moment coming in. We actually can't spend it quick enough. I keep putting all of the upgrade points into the R&D because we've just got a chain of it. I'm sure that will stop at some point. We got a load of Vesta data completed, which was really nice. We're going to put this onto prograde. I'm going to put the RCS on. Actually put it on retrograde. We have developed a role, a quite a significant role actually. That's not good. Why is it so bad? You know what? We're gonna turn that off. Yeah, this is interesting. It has developed a tumble that it didn't have. So I'm going to jump out and back in again, see if we can actually get it to sort itself out, because this feels as though it's accelerating. Right, we are back. We are on it. We are, I don't even know what we're doing anymore. We're going to just, I'm going to do a bit of this. I do sometimes wonder whether you're in this sort of odd, typical role. It just doesn't, you don't like it. So let's just see if we can rotate the roll a bit. It seems to be slowing. Okay, right. So let us have a look. What are we looking like for meters of, oh, actually, you know what? Wouldn't it be a nightmare if one of these was actually going to run out? Let me have a look. How close can I get in so can I actually see? No, that's the one. Okay, we've got plenty of RCS on this. I've said that now. Now we've jinxed it, haven't we? Auto, right. Is it slowing down? I think it is. I think it is slowing down. It'll be doing absolute nightmares to our orbital stuff, I think. Well, yeah, it's not terrible. Come on, slow it down. Actually, you know what? Do that. Just slow it down, everything. There we go. That should... You remember, this tank is pretty much empty now. So I should have done this to start with. Sometimes when you get it to try and do prograde, retrograde, and it's in this sort of path where it's no, prograde and retrograde are both above and below, it takes a while to sort itself out with smart ASS. It just sort of gets in a little loop. So we're just going to let it slow itself down. Slow itself down. Slow itself down. And I turn it on and off a bit when I'm doing it with the stock one. Just because stock is a bit, yeah. Right, we're going to put ourselves on retrograde. There we go. Now we're positioning. We can see perpetual electric charge. Look at that, it's beautiful. So even with crew on board, when we've got environmental control and stuff like that, it should be completely good. I hope so. The interesting is, of course, the avionics here is the thing that's controlling it. These are just transport pods. The crew are not actually going to pilot it. It's always going to be robotically piloted. Partly why we can test it without crew. I mean, there will be extra mass in there when we put crew in there, which will drop the delta V a little bit, but it's not a big one. So what we're going to do is we're going to just drop our periaps down with a bit of RCS. Drop the old periaps down until we get it to. Oh, it would help if we actually did drop it down. Well, what are we doing now? What is going on? It was playing silly there, wasn't it? Right, we're going to drop the periapsis down to about 100. I will do that off the cap. Will I do it off cap? You know what? I think we might actually leave it where it is. And we'll do a capture as best we can with a couple of burns, because we can always just use center engine. In fact, I'm thinking we might use center engine anyway. We're going to shut down a couple of these. Gives us 2 minutes burn. We'll do capture, actually, with all of them, because that'll be nice and quick. So let's actually calculate the old capturio. I want to focus on the moon. There we go. Right, that's our target. So we're going to put a admin over here. We're going to do a capture here. Now, if I'm really lucky, we'll be able to do a capture and a get near. but I don't think I'm actually that good. I'm not going to be that lucky. You've got to check though, haven't you, just in case. So yeah, we're miles away. Okay. So we'll go into a slightly higher orbit. There we go. And then from there we can figure it out. We've got time. Right. And 700, so we're gonna have about 500 left. Yeah, we should be able to get this thing really nice and close, and then we'll just drift it in to do its own docking. And we might even leave that tank attached. I don't think there's any use for it. However, I've just remembered we've got something attached to the station already at the bottom node, haven't we? This is gonna have to come inside, or this is gonna be. Is it gonna have to come in sideways? Did I dock to the bottom or did I dock to the side? I can't remember. This is designed to dock to the bottom because it's actually quite wide on one axis. So yeah, that might be a bit of an issue. Right, let's get close to this and then we'll do all of the things. So do that. There we go. Bring me close. You can see we've only got 4 years worth of liquid and hydrogen left. Oof, terrible. We are going to lose a little bit of delta V as we go through this, just because the hydrogen will boil off. Right, there we go. Put us on retrograde, please. In fact, put me on the node. Right, let's see. We've got about 50 seconds to node. This thing is going to be good. The burn time is predicting as 1 minute and 7 seconds. That's an awful lot of our fuel going on this one, isn't it? Node in 1 minute 10. It does front load it quite a lot. That's quite interesting. So we're going to go and try and put it into about a 125 by 125. We may end up shutting some engines off while we're doing this, actually. I am tempted to start on full, and then we shall see what happens. So let's just get a bit of thrustage going on, and then there we go, and then I'm gonna do that. There we go. Then we're gonna put this one here. I'm gonna put this one over here. Here. Right. And then we're going to, now we're ahead, we're gonna shut down that. There we go. So those two are done. That slows our burn down just a little bit. We've got the initial kick out of the way. And then I will probably shut down the center just so we've got 2 running, and it gives me a bit more refinement for our final bit of burn, so that I can get it nicely lined up. I could leave the center one and cut down these, but I think the gimbal's going to be a bit of an issue on that one. So I'll get this one ready. Yes, I know this is not the, burning all 5 of them right to the, breakneck second would be the best option, but I'm not doing that. We are just going to do this. Let's have a look. Good. Everything looks nominal, I believe is the phrase that everybody uses. And then we can sit this thing in orbit, try and get it to dock. This thing can actually bring the station down a bit with it, couldn't we? If we were thinking, but I don't think that's a good idea. We will have to put the solar panels away to dock. Just thinking about it, I can see what's going to happen here. We're going to forget to do that. Yeah, you've already pre-guessed what's going to happen, haven't you? Alright, down to 100 meters per second, 16 seconds, so we're going to get down middle engine. Thank you. And then we're going to prepare to shut it at 125. That's what we're looking for. I'm actually not looking at the meters per second now. I'm looking at the markers, the apoapsis 175. Whoa, there we go. Did we overburn? Possibly. Right. Put me into retrograde, please. Thank you. So we didn't do a nice circular one, which is annoying. But that's okay. That's okay. We can work with that. Right. Let's have a look. Let's get rid of everything else that we don't need. There we go. We only want these 2 craft. So where are we? We are ahead, so it's going to catch up with us. Good. So let's go ascending node, add maneuver. Okay, that's do it into there we are. That's the point I want. So do that a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. And then can I do a little bit? Playing around. Well, all we're doing is doing this while it's getting itself aligned properly. Which is pointless because now it's out of sync, isn't it? Silly sea monsters. You know what? Turn off the RCS. There we go. We're not spinning too badly anymore, right? So add maneuver. We're going to pull back. There we go. And then we're going to go, how close can we get? That's good. What about if we do it there? What I want is separation marker. So it's getting better. This is annoying. This is really annoying. Suppose we've got the engines to do a really horrible approach. Don't you love playing Let's Play Maneuver Node Mover with sea monsters? Yeah. Right, I'm going to fiddle around with this, see what we can get. Right, I have a maneuver. It's 24 meters per second. It's in 9 hours. We're going to shut down all engines apart from, let's have a look, shut down that, shut down that. We're going to activate the main engine in the center. Right. So this should get us close. It should get us within about 200 meters, but we've got a few cycles to go around the moon first. So no doubt you will see right now that if we put it on here, no, not that, thank you, get rid of that. 177 by 123. If we do that, oh, it's not done it. Okay, so we'll just we'll warp towards it, I think. There we go. Is it going to let us do it? We are near it. So we're going to the node, turn on the RCS, and we are going to start trying to get near this thing. So the station might, oh, that's lovely and smooth looking, isn't it? Where is that? What is that? Oh, is that the station? There's the gateway station there. That's lovely. I don't know what that is, but that looks lovely and smooth. That not so much, but yeah, what is that? Let's just have a look. What are we above right now? Ah, well, we've landed here, haven't we? I think we have. I think if we put on our landers. No, we've landed on the other side. Okay, interesting. Right, enough distraction, sea monsters. Can we possibly do this burn? I think is what we're looking for right now. We've still got a good chunk of RCS in this. We're probably going to have to use the RCS on this to do some of the stuff and things, but we can live with this, I think, for now. Right. I've just realised the engines on this gimbal, I don't remember if they do or not. I don't know if they do. That would be a problem. Right. Start this up. Let's get a little bit of forward thrust. Go. Come on. Come on. Come on. One engine is not green. There we go. Come on. Vaporing. Seriously? Seriously. Right, okay, there we go. Wow, that was special. Right, and there we go. Right, we're within 1 point something. We're going to turn that off. We're going to hold it where it is. We're going to go, okay. I'm going to fire it backwards. We actually overshot, I think. No, I think we didn't. I think we got a sweet spot. So let's see what we're doing. Can we get closer? 1.6k? 1.5? I'd like it to be under 1 kilometer. That would make it doable. We've got plenty of delta V for other stuff, so we can do a nice braking burn if we need to. What's our sort of relative time? It's not bad actually, and I'm assuming that's going to come down as well. I think the predicted distance we're at, difference was about 15 meters per second, so that should come down. You can see I haven't actually changed any direction yet. I'm just thrusting forward, because I think we were in about the right place. I think we just actually needed to burn a little longer. There we go. We've gone too far now. So now we can do a little. There we do a little bit of side shifting, and that's going to do a bit of that, and then do a bit of that, a bit of that. There we go. Turn the RCS off. There we go. Right, we got 32 minutes until we're coming in. Wonderful. Right, let's get going. Once we dock this, we can actually bring the crew back. So if we have a look, where's my thing for the crew? I wonder if it'll show it actually. Let's have a look. You can hear me scrolling grizzly. So we have brought the crew there, retrieve the crew home, and leave the vessel in orbit. Yeah, I think we're looking good for this. That's what I hope anyway. They've still got to do 30 days. It says 30 days still. Oh, when I dock this, is that going to reset the 30 days? That would be embarrassing, wouldn't it? That would be slightly embarrassing. What's the thing that causes that to disappear? Is it F9? I don't know what it is. We've got that situation where it's a set distance away. Oh, there it is. I right-clicked on it and it makes it appear. That's good. Right. Let's just slow down. Right. I want to go into retrograde relative to target, and I want to put the RCS on. Right. Because we're gonna do a little breaky burn. Because we're currently coming in about 450 meters away, which is not bad actually. It's actually very good, but I think we could probably get closer if I'm honest. Yeah, we are actually getting closer by doing that thrusting. That's interesting. Just let it settle itself out first. So we've got to do 30. Well, we've got to do 29 meters per second. We can do that in very little time because we've got the RL-10. But I don't really want to fire it at the station equally. It'd be a bit unprofessional, but we could definitely give it a go. No, I think we're just going to leave this as it is. There we go, RCS off. I think we're going to let this get within the kilometer mark, and then we'll start thinking about it. The relative speed is not too high. We're not doing a really rapid one. Here we go. We're getting actually within loading range. That's the problem. And there we go. Slow it down. Right. Start the thrusting. RCS on. Come on. Come on. Why is that engine the last one that is settled is the one in the middle? I mean, seriously? Right. And I think now. Right, we're ready. Get it down to almost 0 and then we're sorted. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. 10, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There. Oh, that was Eye of the Tiger. Right. Do we try and dock with all of this stuff going on? What I do notice is that the station is on its side, which might not be a negative actually. Right, we're going to retract the solar panels because we're in the shadow anyway. We're doing a dark one again. Let's approach the target with some RCS. So position yourself towards the target, please, team. I think. How much RCS have we got on this bad boy? You know what? I think we're going to get rid of it. Yeah, we're going to get rid of it. We're going to just leave it. So we'll just... Pull us away. Pull us away, please. Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to control from here. There we go. Turn the RCS off. And have we got control? It seems to have control. It's got a little roll issue, but I'm not too annoyed by that. There we go. It's doing a little fighting with itself, but we will cope with that. Right, and then if I can do a little bit of this maybe. And yeah, mainly a bit of this. We're going to come in about like there. We want to get into within about 100 meters. I'd really like to get within 75 actually, in an ideal world. Do a bit of 75, 50, something like that. Right, there we go. We have a roll. We have a very much a roll, and our RCS is fighting it. I wonder if that's the source of our phantom rolls and stuff. But then, of course, we've had that in on our launch vehicles for a while. Right, we're gonna get ourselves ready. We'll pop ourselves. You know what? We're moving so very slowly. It's 22 minutes to get there. I didn't realize we were below 1 meter per second, so I'm gonna have to do this old school manual. Because I'm gonna have to basically kill it by guessing. Coming in to fit within 50 meters. Okay, we are coming in very slow. I quite like this. We get a look at the station now, and the station is rolling. So we're actually going to jump across the station, and we're going to put the station on normal, please. Yeah, what's going on with you? Control from... Actually put normal minus control from here. Thank you. Yeah. We have got a lot of engines. Oh, it's all these clustered. Okay. I don't think those should be active actually, but we'll see what happens. Right, where's our target vessel? Oh, we're freezing up? Yeah, thank you. Where's our target vessel? Is that it there? Yes, it is. There we go. That's our target. So we want to come in, dock there. Ideally, I would have gone for this, but we're going to have to go sideways and grab that, which is not terrible. This is going to sort itself out, I think. And so this, we're going to go... how do I want to do radial? Radial in? Yeah, actually, let's go radial in. And then we'll pop ourselves down as best we can. Right. So now we're going to go for that. So we're going to pull this up a bit more. Come on. Push it up a bit. Push it up a bit. We've got a bit of side slip and we've got a bit of dropping. We need to cancel that drop. So there's target there. There's our procreate direction. We need that to move upwards a bit. Currently we're still slipping. Okay. Right. This is going to be a horrible docking. I can feel it already. But hey, we're getting there. Oh, actually, you know what? We are actually getting closer. It's interesting. We've now got the distance showing that we are going to get closer. And then do a bit of that. There we go. Oh, hello. Now this is looking a bit more promising, isn't it? Right. Come on. Slow that down a bit. How are we doing for RCS, actually? Because I'm using it like it's going out of fashion. Right. We have to keep an eye on the helium because it's going to drain the other tanks actually for the other resources. So the helium is a good marker for how we are doing. So we've got plenty of RCS. Now remember, of course, this craft is going to have to land, take off, and come back to the station and dock again. And then we have to refill it each time. So we may end up, if we're going to reuse this sort of craft, we are going to have to send fuel tankers, which sort of defeats the purpose of having a reusable craft because we have to send more stuff up. But I like the idea of a reusable vehicle. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do that sort of stuff, right? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Seriously? Oh, that may have been the most perfect not planned docking ever. So there you go. We're now docked. We have that whole thing attached. That is wonderful. Technically, these solar panels can go out. I've just realized if we'd have put them slightly further out, they would have actually been logical. Equally, if I had put a docking port on the bottom, we could have actually just docked it backwards. So there you go. That can actually just sit there now. And what we can do is I can, let's have a look. Yeah, the scrubbers are off. We don't need scrubbers on at the moment. Your scrubber is stopped. Your scrubber is stopped. Your scrubber is stopped. Everything is stopped. Power drain on the station is fine. What's it actually look like? We're gaining a huge amount every second, so that's not a problem. Right. So that was involved. This was supposed to be the quick bit. Okay, this is the quick bit of the episode. I don't know if I'm going to do this as a separate episode all of its own, just docking that. That was a challenge in itself. Great. There's going to be a comment below saying, yeah, great episode. All we got was a docking of a spacecraft. Yeah, I know exactly what's going to happen. I can sense it already. So I think we need to have a look at the clock and see when. We've got 10 days until the gateway is done. Right now, let's have a look at this mission. Is it how are we doing? 10 days. Right, so I'm going to leave this for 10 days, and then I shall be back with you, and we shall probably send some crew home, I think. Not thought about that. That would have been brilliant. It would have actually been an amazing mission. These two stay up here. Somebody goes, lands, comes back up, tests the lander, wonderful. As it is, I can't risk these two because they're doing this mission. So that means we're going to have to do the lander uncrew, but we'll do that in the next episode. So what we're going to do at the end of this episode is actually bring this crew back so we can see they've done the 30 days. They're back on board, so we've got to return home safely is literally it. Okay, keep the station in orbit. It says we've already done it. Does that have to happen at the end? I hope it does. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to, first of all, we're going to check everything. So we have got fuel and food and all that needs to be turned on. So turn on, turn on, turn on. Turn everything on, please. Thank you. Please and not thank you. Right, we're going to turn this on. So we're going to turn that on. That is now running. We're going to turn this on. This is now running. We're going to turn this one on. This is now running. And we're going to turn this one on, and this is now running. Right, it should be dumping water. It says it's dumping water. I think sometimes you just have to cycle it just do that, just in case. Just in case we have a problem, we'll just do that. Because, you know what, I'd hate for the power to die because we weren't dumping water. And I've had that happen before. Although it seems as though the shuttle fuel cells seem to actually be working for us without having to turn them on and off. Right, so we're going to do that. We're going to decouple this. We are undocking. Right, we're going to jump back to here and okay, return up. Yeah, so that's done. That's separate. We're now here. Have at least 2 criminals on board. Well, we are here. We are here. This is what we're doing. Hello. Pull us away, please, from the station. Well, we've got 2 crew on board. They're literally on board. Bring at least 2 crew at the station. Keep at least 2 crew on board the station for 30 days. Return home. Track vessel, lunar gateway. Well, that's not the one I want to track. I want to track this one. This is the one that I'm leaving. Keep the station. There's a mistake there, surely. So do we need to have 2 on board there as well? It doesn't say that. It didn't say, it said bring 2, keep 2 on the board the station for 30 days, then go home. That's basically, you know what, I'm going to give myself it. If we get this crew home, I'm giving myself it. You can argue in the comments. You can argue, but I'm getting it. Right. Maybe it'll complete itself anyway. So let's have a look. Suppose we've got to get home now, haven't we? What's the best, you know what, let's just do it easy. Where's the maneuver planner? There's a thing on here that is, where is it? Return home from a moon. There you go. I want to get to within 65. Create node. That is not 65. That is definitely not 65. It does not like doing that properly, does it? Right. So we're going to modify this. We're going to, I don't know, do a bit of something to it. Is that make it? No, probably worse. Yeah, that's worse. We need to go back the other way. Go back the other way, please. How much data have I got on this? I've got bucket loads, absolute bucket loads. We could rendezvous with something else on this, right? So I think I want to be at 65. I think, did I say 65 in the past? 60? 60 might be better. I can always lift it, can't I? 61. I just don't want to skip out is the concern. Let's go for 60. Let's go for 60, 50. Yeah, I'm now second guessing myself. We'll go 59. We'll go 59 if I can lift it if I need to. Right. Let's do a little bit of timey-wimey warp. A little bit of that. And then we're actually going to get Maneuver Planner to do it. Because it can. There you go. Get it to do it itself. There you go. It's put the maneuver together. It's going to do it. Right. While that's happening, let's check. We've got loads of that. Loads of oxygen. We've got food for days. Water's perpetual. We've got 25 days. Yeah, this thing is good to go. So this thing, we know this vessel now can go out to the moon. It can do its stuff. And then hopefully it should be able to come back. That's what we're thinking. I'm quite happy with it if it can. In fact, I'm very happy with it if it can. So we'll just let this thing get on and do its stuff and things. Come on, get going, get going, get going. There we are. Engines ignite. We are sorted. Going, 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 going. Right, it is good. It is good. Right, everything is good. Everything is good. It's only 56 seconds of burn. It's a very quiet engine. I suppose all engines are quiet in space. All rocket engines are technically quiet in space. I like the way this comes out of the middle there. I do like this engine. I mean, let's have a good look at it. I mean, you can see the cone there that's generated. But anyway, it's just broken the fourth wall there. Or fifth wall or third wall. I don't know which wall it is we've broken. We've broken one of them. I love the way the light dances on stuff. I love this engine just in general because the interesting thing is obviously somebody's got a picture of the inside of the nozzle, probably from a museum, and it's been put on there, or that's what it looks like, or something. It just looks really, I quite like the fact that it looks as though it's real. It's not just been sort of, the outside is a bit, you know, we've artisticized it, but the inside actually looks like someone has got a picture and bent it, and it looks, it looks quirkily nice for that reason. Right. Somebody's going to tell me off in the comments now and say, actually, that was somebody's hard work for 7 years or something like that. Right, and we are good. Right, let us have a look. Turn off that there, please. Thank you. Do that. Put me on prograde. Turn it back on. All right, we are currently going to hit the planet. Okay. There we go. We'll do a bit of that. Nope, no. Do a bit of that. Do a bit of that. Okay. Here we go. Pull it all the way out and to 60. Right. I am going to rejoin you when we get to Earth. Right, we are on our way back to Earth, and I've just realised Earth has no atmosphere according to this. Is there something going wrong with this mod pack? There is a high chance that that is a problem. We're crossing the radiation belts. We're going to slow down a bit. I'm wondering whether I use the old power of the jets to actually give us a final little bit of slowdown. If we could, if we put a maneuver here, go normal speed, put a maneuver here. I want this to not move. So if I did a bit of that, but then did that, yeah, that works quite nicely. To do it to do it like that. Oh, that's juicy fruit, in fact, isn't it? Yeah, we won't use all of it. That's perfect. Oh, I love it. I love it. Right. Warp to there. And then we're actually going to get it to do it itself. That's what we're going to do. Maneuver planning. I don't need to do this. I don't know maneuver planning. Maneuver planning. Maneuver planning. There we are. That's the one. Execute the node. There we go. Yeah, I don't need to do this. 500 meters per second is not going to be a killer for us. We're coming in 2,000 meters per second faster than we'd normally be in orbit. So we're just going to make the ride a little easier for the crew. Is my thought, just to take the edge off. It also means that if I have not got the right altitude, it's not as bad of a thing then, is what I'm actually thinking. Right, they're going to speedy beady timey-wimey any second, are they? Are we going to speed up? Are we going to do that? Is it going to warp? Is it? Yes, it is. Oh, good. Wonderful. Right. Here we are. Going. And do something. Make something happen, please. We need to remember to put ourselves in the normal when we're actually going to decouple all of this. How long does this burn take? 36 seconds? Wow. Okay. That's nice. What I'm actually thinking is I should just let it burn to the exit end of time. We're actually gaining periapsis, which is not what I was expecting. I suppose we could actually put it in... Oh no, it's going down now. Okay, so it was when we're approaching the thing, it's going to balance itself out a bit, is it? Okay. What I am going to do is abort node execution and just keep it going, I think. Do I want to? Yes, abort that and just do that. How exciting. Just do that. Just get rid of all of that delta V, don't you know? Don't you know, don't you know, don't you know? Oh, look at all that delta V just eking away. Alright, and then I suppose I should probably put us on the normal. Put us on the normal. There you go. Turn that off. Right. Oh, actually, you know what? Radial out. Put me on the radial out. I have an idea. I have had a cunning plan because we have dropped our apoapsis. We will actually, we'll do that. There we go. Use a bit of that to get us out of this situation. We are using our tanks up here. That's not a big... they don't have to get used quickly, don't they? Suppose when this is orientating, we are using them. Keep in mind on those, actually. Right. I think... How much is left in these bad boys? Okay. We can just physical time warp this a little bit until we get to something that I think is suitable, and then we'll dump it. I think 60 is probably a good idea. Get rid of that, actually. Get rid of that. Don't want that anymore. I think 60 is a good interface speed sort of height thing, but I'm probably wrong. Can't slow the thing down. Okay. There we go. And then I think what we're going to do is we're just going to do that. Hello? It hasn't done it. Do that. There we go. Better. And then I want to arm the parachutes. And then I'm going to put this on surface, no. Orbit, no. Surface minus. There we go. Perfect. And then we'll just do that. And then we shall be ready. And we may wish to... We'll pull this up over here. So what is it, the thing I want? I want center of mass shift on to... There we are. That's the descent mood. Wait, it's done. Does it do that all the time? If I go over there, does it? Oh, it does. Oh, that's not at all annoying, is it? Wow, that's annoying. Right. I forgot Krejnova's on this craft, actually. Right, we're going to move you. No, thank you. Go you. That is just going to keep doing it, isn't it? Oh, it's so annoying. Right, get rid of that. Superb. How much are we looking at? Oh, we got loads on board. That's it. That's fine. Right, let's get this thing. And that stopped working again. Okay. We're getting more and more little glitches. It's very annoying. Right. Here we go. We're entering the atmosphere. What's that? Oh, there it is. That should give us a nice marker for what's burning up first. We'll go in ballistic, I think, to start with. Put this over on the far side. We'll go in ballistic because we might actually be all right. Is what I'm thinking. I think we've done this before. We've also taken a lot of delta V out of this. Horizontal delta V anyway. We've taken probably about 500 meters per second horizontal out, I think. So you can see we're under 9. We're under 10,000 already, which is good. That stuff we're getting hot. We are getting a little hot. We're getting very yellowy hot. In fact, I think maybe descent mode would be a good idea right now. That's a good idea. Yeah, just hold us here before we get a little bit too toasty. Would probably be a good idea. Yeah, we're not gonna go as deep as we could have. Yeah, we're not getting any heat warnings yet, which is good. That's fine. We are holding. Good. We're going to be just pulling ourselves up a little bit. So we got into the atmosphere. And then we're going to start lifting ourselves up as it gets thick. That's good. Use a little bit of that heaty energy, that kinetic energy we've got going through the atmosphere to do that. And then I'm going to turn it off again. There we go. And just let us go down a bit. That's good. Just want to go gently. I would like to stay around this sort of height. We are going to start going up at some point, though. I might have gone a little bit too much on the old lifting body effect, actually. 7. No, I think we're going to be alright. I think we're going to skip in and out again. 5. We're going to slow down a bit. I could actually rotate the whole craft upside down and do this and then force us into the atmosphere, but I think that's a little excessive. I think we're going to be catching. Yes, we're going to be catching, so we can be ballistic now, actually. Well, we can't. I need to slow it down a little bit. We don't want to have too much in the way of stuff and things. Right, so we've just kept it on the ballistic entry, and it is all good. I can get rid of that. That's done. We are just going to come down now. So I shall, we'll check the parachutes open and then we're pretty much done, I think. I should point out that we have skipped up to 81 kilometers. We did do a bit of a skip. It was perfect, absolutely perfect, actually. I think, note to self, do that in future. That was perfect for this craft. I will never remember that. Somebody please remind me, simplify what happened there. Because we got down to a certain altitude. I put the descent mode on. We did that for a bit, then we knocked it off, and then we've just gone perfect. I think I was brilliant. Also, we did take 500 meters per second off. So I think if we hadn't have taken the 500 meters per second off, I think we might be skipping out a bit right now. So I need to be a bit more aggressive with my re-entries, maybe. We have parachute deployment, and it is open. We are slowing down. So I think, unless anything mega important or terrible happens, we should complete this mission, probably. Unless it tells me that I can't, because that would be just rude. All right, here we go. We're about to touch down into some water in the dark, as always. Oops. Obviously, we're going speedy. Right, we're going to recover that. Normal recovery, I think. All right, we are back. You can see the crew have returned. They've splashed down. We didn't get any science. We've got a lot of science on the way. So that, 14, 15 day session, we've got up to 800 science, just trickling in, obviously. We've got upgrade points. I'm going to put them in the R&D. Is that the one? That's the one. There we go. I wish there was a button that just let you put all of them in. Right. Okay. You can argue with me if you so wish, but we have a mission here we've just completed. I'm going to go and look at it. In fact, we're going to go and look at it. So where are we? Lunar Space Station. Launch and build a crew station moon. The crew it for a month with at least 2 crew and bring the crew safely home. Once you've done, you'll get a permission to perform further crew rotations and resupply. Support for 4 crew. We had that. We did all of this. We know this because this was okay. This was completed. Bring at least 2 crew to the station. We completed that. You can see, in fact, the only thing it says is that we didn't complete bringing the crew home, but we've just brought the crew home, and it says that the station is not in orbit still. Vessel Lunar Gateway 1 incomplete. What is the confusion? It's as if it's got the 2 of those mixed up. So you can argue with me, but we are definitely going to. There we are. We're going to go here. We're going to go to contracts. We're going to go to active. We're going to find, where are you? And we're going to complete it. There we go. You can tell me off now. Tell me off. I dare you. I dare you to tell me off, because I do not think that was fair. So I've done it. You can see there, I've done it. Ooh, orbital science probes. How exciting. Have we got any new stuff? So we have got send a new crew to the gateway. Earth gateway gets a power module. Rotate the crew of Gateway 1, have at least 4 crew members on board, have at least 1 docking port, dock to there, recover these 3 crew. We may do that. Have I put 3 on for a reason? Because I just realised I don't think I needed 3 on there. That's a nice one to have, though. That does not give me long enough, though, because that crew actually needs to be rotated later. The power module, we have something in mind for that, and I actually want to send it up. It's going to cost us more than we actually get for the mission, but I just want to test something. I'm going to test a nuclear reactor in space. Send a new crew to there. We will probably do that, but not right now. All you need to do is dock it. Wow, for $500,000. That's gonna pay for some of our plans actually. So that's good. So you can see we're at 6 million, but we're going to leave it there. So from me until next time, don't get annoyed by contracts that don't complete when they should, and have a great one.